think we are going to see in the Nintendo Direct?
Ow.
I've seen their comments. Oh yeah, apparently you are. I didn't get a notification. I do really like that thumbnail. There we go, I can see you. I think I will.
I think that still works. Yeah. Yeah, it's off sync. My camera out of sync. Not me first. Yeah, that'll do.
Looking at your encounters, there's two that you're more likely to get shiny first. Admittedly, they're both shinies.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
All these two is to a grass sandwich. Oh, wait. Okay.
Hi, Pokey. Welcome to hopefully a full stream, because I don't know if my computer's going to decide to like overheat despite the fan being on and cut out. I'm going to keep checking. Doing good, Pokey. Hopefully, might be able to get a shiny or something. Which way did I go?
That's because you're supposed to put the sandwiches in the oven, not yourself.
Why are you fuming, Lord? It's too early to go to bed now.
Oh, hey, it's just one just came out of your life.
This is not the area. I guess I haven't really spawned in here though. What the? What? Oh boy.
Don't get fidget bags.
No. Let me down. Let me down.
So we're going to randomly run into one. That's going to be the shine. We're going to do that.
Lord! Raktos!
I tried hunting the beauty. I was lucky if I got one skill. I don't have the syndicate. I don't have any skill.
You could always wash in bed. Hello, Mayo. How are you doing? And I would love to see the pink cactus. And that's kind of why I came to this one specifically. 100,000 cactus. 24. 22. I can't tell. But that looks like Dragon Ball from here. I've got a tiny screen. I haven't yet, Pokey, no.
So we've got less than half time.
That was right up in my face. Now, I'm not sure, but I think this will be a short stream. Oh no, that's cut first. Is that Timber or is that not? I don't think it is. I do love Dragon Ball. Did I? Yeah. I have to use my actual room fan to keep my computer cool because the fan in the computer and the cooler needs replacing. Because when it overheats, it just sets itself off. Not nice tonight. I'll be glad when the knockout numbers are done. Oh, okay, Pokey. Do you plan on bringing back the Kakarot series, Lord?
Oh, where's the shiny in here?
I can't remember why you put that on hold. But Pokey, killing is bad. Looks like a punch. Is that the there we go. Is that from the Scarlet and Violet when I was hunting the Dunsparce? Someone's still awake. No.
Okay, less than 10 minutes. So if we get this on the sandwich,
Might be a while then,
plays tomorrow.
Mayo. I was using this way. Will either be the pink cactus or either the pink cactus will spawn or my computer decides to be a dick and overheats despite the fan being on it. Fancy colours on the parts though really doesn't help keeping it cool down though. I will say that. I can't help it, Lord. He messaged me on Discord. He's hunting the exploding Minior for 900, so if you're there, it might go boom boom. I don't like doing everything on the phone though, because I just don't like doing small screen stuff. I mean, you can always start over with Kakarot. I mean, there was only like 1 or 2 parts you did on Twitch, and I was quite interested in those. I never got to see the Ginyu Force. I did Pokey, yes. It felt more like a interview video than it did an actual game video, to be honest. Right. I'm still waiting for the next part of Markiplier doing that Raging Climbing Cliff game. I know it's boring, Lord, but wouldn't it be funny to have a shiny Go Boom? Was. I mean, I have to return to it at some point. I'm not looking forward to it, but I have to at some point. Hey! I thought you dodged it again then. Yes. I'm wondering when Markiplier's... Okay, that should be alright.
I'll run this like 4.5 minutes.
I wonder when Markiplier's finished, like, filming in that. And... that was so weird when he was recording in the bathtub. Maybe I should do that. Even though we don't have a bathtub. Actually, yeah, that is likely he'll do that. You can always tell him not to. But I think he is still watching because he was in the chat. It's never one for Windows XP. I mean, I own a Windows XP tower still. If I do my stepdad hasn't gotten rid of it, otherwise my relationship to him will be rather dead.
2 minutes. Don't have the end this night.
Changing conversation. I like music. Oh my god, it works. I like Seal the Deal music. If anyone knows what that is from, apart from Lord, because he knows what it's from. Is that a thin poke you said, Lord? True. Encounters. 4 more. No, not 4 more. I wish. 400 more to knock out.
Well, I'm not going to recess. That is a lot of encounters. What I shall do is I shall end this here. We shall come back and look for number 900. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe Thursday. Wednesday we have Dragon Ice Adventures. Tomorrow I may do something else. Still Shiny Hunter. Not Cobblemon. That may Shiny Hunt something else. So, alright, let's put it here. For now, 500 So just 2 sandwiches done today, then we can try and get one to work earlier, otherwise we're going to have 3. Well, you can get 3 shinies, Rowlet, Ruffus and Bravio. Ruffus and Bravio are being new to the Blue Dex. So at least we got that. So, thank you for coming along, and I'll see you all tomorrow night. Until then, take care, be nice, and goodbye everyone.
I don't think he did, Lord. No worries, Phil, and thank you for the look. Have a good rest. You can ask him yourself, Lord. He's in the chat at the moment, I think. Heat check. Warmish, but not like red hot to the point where it could shut down itself. I think he left, Lord. So you may have to ask him in Discord. It's not too much effort, Lord. I mean, you can always go on Twitch and replay it back. I can't at the moment because I've got to keep count. I need more actors. I would, but also I don't want to. I remember the first few times I tried it, it kept deleting my progress when I tested it out, and I don't want everything to be on my phone. Ah, I'll go for you. Otherwise it'll get slower. Oh, but Lord. I say, where is the... There we are. Five, 56. 4. Oh. Oh, okay, Lord. Me no like adverts. Unless adverts like pick. Use some of the other moves first before I keep getting for you. Where is Moactus? Maybe it's Maybelline. See you in a bit, Mayo. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. And thank you for the look. I need to get better at people's names. God damn it. Six, 57, 55. Sony is really slacking on getting old games to the PlayStation 4 and 5. not too. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. You. I've never actually played that before. Was that a PlayStation 2 game? Because I could always look out for one on eBay when I do my next payment, provided they're not expensive. I really want ones like Ben 10, Malice, SpongeBob Games, Worms, 3D, Thoughts, the Simpsons game, Simpsons Hit and Worm, and all that sort of ones. Both stop me, like, stop you? Huh? Talking about games coming to newer consoles, Nintendo, when is Wario Land 2 coming to the Switch? I mean, when the Game Boy games were released for the Switch, you immediately released the third one, but not the second or first. So, where are they? That's one of my favourite ones. That's kind of the same as the Kirby Return to Dreamland, where they gave us a bad one there as well. I want to stream Kirby again at some point. I really want more actors, please, and to be shiny. 506. That's good then. There's so many games I need to try. If this bloody sleep apnea was diagnosed earlier, like way back in like 2019, I could have gotten so much done if it was discovered earlier. But no, they just call me lazy. I slept twice in the day yesterday. Because I don't get good enough sleep at night, I just feel weak. I can use to sausage roll. You. Really? Eating up again. Thanking your computer. Okay. One with England. I honestly can't tell if footballers are just slacking in doing stuff now and earn stupid amounts of money, or is they're just literally always blocking the balls. They don't deserve that much money if they don't. Stranded deep last week before retiring. Oh. I'll move it a little bit. Make sure it's not using Telion on Heliop tiles. I'll get rid of these. Yeah. Don't copy. Ah. Oh. I'm curious if that Yanma's slightly above us is shiny. And I can't get up there. Oh well. Not too bad. I used to love football. I think it was more that I loved collecting the football cards more than actually watching football. But I need to sell those at some point. But yeah, just for a simple sport like that and a stupid amount of money, not even bother donating any to charities and all that. I mean, there are one or two footballers out there that does it, but that's not the point. It's such a waste of money. And I don't need to say much about what they wasted on. I wonder if that's on Steam. I remember the version I have, the achievements never stay saved. It used to always never back down, never going to give you up, never going to turn around. Sorry. Yamas. Did I always use that first? I can't remember how the coding works, but hopefully once I've knocked out 500 Yamasks and I don't need to knock out any more, hopefully other Pokemon will spawn more commonly. Yes, Pokey. My head hurts. I need to get a second fan. One for the computer and one for me. Wait, you did Thief Simulator? Okay. Ow. Yeah. That's also a waste of money, I guess. I'm guessing football fans rather spend holiday money on that rather than an actual holiday or something, I guess. Yeah. I like tennis. I remember there was 4 old folks that used to come on now and then and play tennis in silly ways. I wish they brought them back or ever once like them. Yeah. I have seen quite a few games that never gets an update. There's one game so far I've seen on the PlayStation where you can't get the Platinum Trophy at all because it bugs out and never triggers. Might be a way to trigger it, but no one has found a way yet. And that game hasn't had an update for like several years. There's a good one spot. A treehouse. I might look into that game actually. Where did I put the... Many cheaper games, I think. Yeah. I did write that, didn't I? Yeah. So we'll make this heavier, but... plus minus, plus minus, plus minus. I wouldn't say scam, because that could curse the direct tomorrow to be a very disappointing one. Yeah. That's nice. Ow. Yeah, that's cool. With how much I see Game Freak selling a lot of their stuff on actual websites for, I'm pretty sure Nintendo has enough money to sell plushies. Yeah. I mean, in the older days, football was much more than just kicking a ball, as far as I know. But a lot of players these days are just... eh. I don't like New Disney. It's like trying to make everything bloody streaming service rather than releasing on DVD. Oh, package. That just leaves Axel that we've never seen yet in this part. You. Was it really 2019 before they came to the Switch? I suppose it was. Good times. Wait. Stop that. I should start using some of these episodes. I don't see Scarlet and Violet being that great. The story was great, yes, but their lack of testing the games and just rushing it was just a complete insult. It's meant to be Pokemon, not seeing them all through the bloody walls. And it never gets patched. And we're talking about people who've had experience since the Game Boy era. That is just not on. Some of the music was also nice in Scarlet and Violet, but it's just not a complete game. They've left a complete chunk on the map, and I have no clue what they're doing with it, if they're even doing anything with it, or forgotten about it. Yeah. But I find 7-speed quite good. There was quite a lot to do in Generation 7, actually. I guess it kind of is, but it's not the same as the original one, though. I don't get that many counters. I'm surprised Yamask isn't genderless. True. I mean, I don't see Alola being slightly worse, but The Force Awakens really wasn't a thing for me. They do really need to do that. Yeah. And bring back the blocking feature that, like, the Wacom had, because I am sick of these bloody websites spam trading their shinies with shitty nicknames. Either bring that back or get the bloody companies shut down. I can't trade my legit shinies without them going wasted to all their bloody websites, which is likely going to be deleted. That's one thing I don't get. Their games have been getting much slower, despite being on a more powerful console. Maybe they lied about it being powerful. Or both. But not as powerful when they just can't code anymore. I need to cut my nails. I got turned on my bed and it just snapped. Yeah. That's better put. Yes, yes. Yeah, I could do that. Aw. Why not? I'll make this a bit more smoother, actually. Come on. Why you do this? I feel like if they did an update, they would decrease the shiny chance. But Game Freak is like, as soon as the game's finished being public, they either do downloadable content that's just as bad with price range, or they just completely leave it and not patch much. They sort of abandon their games, like, what was it? Toys for Bob, was it? With Crash Team Racing. I don't think it even reached a year before they stopped doing updates for it. I need to touch the grass. I don't like it when games get hard. I do like games that keep an even pace on difficulty-wise, because a lot of games just seem to come under rage now these days, which isn't good for people's health. It's not, is it? Weaver, it's your turn. He is your ally. Look. What do you think this through? Yeah, brick break because masks won't be affected by those. Maybe we should shiny hunt Manaphy in that I can't remember the game of it. Okay, Lord. Which Pokemon game is Star Wars Holiday Special? Ah. Did I write this one down? I should really have it on my phone, so I don't have to keep checking. That's a good thing about YouTube. You can go back on the stream, unlike Twitch. You're just going to have to hope you actually did it. I have not. Fair enough, Lord. See you in a few minutes, Pokey. Yeah. I would have thought you would miss a shiny. I'm not expecting a shiny to spawn this early into this route. Well, that one's Aura. Never mind. Oh, a second Aura in this area. I can't remember what the shiny odds were for these. With Auras. Ow. Doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel right. Stop doing it then. It's not that I don't like. I like Go. It's just I like the shiny odds. Welcome back, Pro Prey. Don't ask. Oh. I'd say Holiday Special is hilariously funny. Funnily bad. Hello, 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 Geeky. How are you? I'm a policeman. No, no, no. I think I've seen gameplay of that. Oh. If it's the game I think it is. Okay, no, it's not. Okay. I swear I've seen a bit of gameplay of it. And now I need to check if I've actually written that down. Yeah, I did. Yes, Pokey, I agree. It must be John Wolf. I've seen a few videos of playing it. Because that does ring a bell. The other channel who I thought actually played it was Zora's Cove, but I've got the games mixed up for there. There's one on the mobile, I can actually add that to the playlist. Oh, but Poké, no. What's that? Oh. Get in the corner. Edge, I mean... But I rather not play shooting games because that really shows how bad the real world is now. I rather play Pokemon and Kirby and horror games at some point. I know a lot of people say that games don't cause some of the violence, but it is getting really bad to the point where it could be. Especially with the age groups. Indeed, Geeky. I'm not one for playing horror games, but I do love watching them. But I do plan to record some videos at some point, hopefully with a friend. Maybe. Because I gifted them some multiplayer horror games. And Gary's Mod. Which I hope I can find people to play with soon with that. You don't like it, Pokey? But why? Is it Hello Neighbor? Never heard of that one. Could be if you're jumpish. I don't understand the story of it yet, but I know I'm jumpish. Accident. Well, I've seen all of them on this part. Lord, do you think I should end when Weavils use these 3 moves? Like, can all those down to 0? I will say though, with Hello Neighbor, I couldn't stop laughing when Markiplier played it, especially, was it part 2 with the betas? There's so much rage on that one. Yes, Lord. PP. Okay. I do recommend, even though you don't like Hello Neighbor Pokey, I do recommend watching part 2, I think it was, for Markiplier's. I'm pretty sure I had like Ned Flanders title. No, that was the first one. What's behind the door? Okay, no. Okay. Cheater, not really. Nothing. 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 Ah, but can you play Pokemon Glowing Garnet on the mobile? I love Christmas Shiny. That, I don't think that will ever be beaten for my favourite. Oh! I mean, that bit is broken. That's better. Look, I'm 3 nails on that bloody bed. My cat claws. He seems good. Yeah. Hello. Shiny Marcus? No, I wouldn't be that lucky. Maybe. How do you find Donut Postal Card Pokemon? What? Donut Postal Card? I think I will like a computer. I'm not really a fighter pokey, especially because I don't know what the combat power is. Maractus? Damn it. I don't know. I'd rather know the combat power of your Pokemon so I can even it and everyone spawning there. That was not Maractus. God damn it. I don't know. I'm not a fighter. I'm a shiny hunter. No. What day is it? Tuesday. I'm not doing volunteering on Tuesdays at the moment because of the state I'm in. I just can't do 3 days a week at the moment. what I may do is listen to music while making thumbnails for some old videos that's not been public for a while. If anyone wants to guess the music, they feel free to. It's video game music, but unlikely that you'll get it, apart from Lord. No, okay. Yeah, I'll write that then. So that's frozen. No, okay. No, I was poking. Eating cheese at night is a good idea. I was say, why is nothing spawned? Three more encounters. Head with the aura. Might give us good luck for next stream. No, I was geeky. I was actually about to end. So it's getting a bit late now. Ow. Coordination on my hands is stupid. No shiny, but hopefully in the next part or two we'll eventually see one. Yanma knockout, it's pretty much getting near to 500. Yeah. I do normally start and end at good times for some reason, but once we finish knocking out Yanmas, we should be able to get even more encounters in than we normally do. And then looks like Helioptile will be the next one to finish knocking out. Axel is way off from being finished, but hope to see you all next time. And the computer managed to stay on as well. Thank you everyone for watching, and to any new subscribers, be sure to share the channel if you could, because I would love to reach the next goal of 350 before the end of this year. So thank you all for watching and take care. Garnier?